All right, I'm still trying to decide what I want to put in these two containers here. Because I have this container here. The leaves, baby, they had a feast with them. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Well, today I will actually be bringing you along as I do some maintenance, some up potting, some planting, some dropping some more seeds. Today is going to be one of those days. And I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking. I may do some voiceovers or kind of talk here, there, and yonder. But um, but yeah, guys, I wanted to bring you along as I do a little bit of planting. I gave you a little tour yesterday of what everything was looking like here at the beginning of April, what the garden was looking like, and what my seedlings, how they were coming along. So I also brought to your attention that my dinosaur kale or my lacinato kale had been some type of worm, or I'm thinking that they call those hornworms. At least I think, but those are green. Those green little worms where they blend in with the leaves. Baby, they had a feast with those. So I wound up just pulling all those up, taking them out. I'm not sure if I'm going to plant any more. I may wait later in the season to do some of those. But yeah, guys, I had them covered. But baby, those little worms had a feast and they got up in there. When I say they ate all of them, they ate all of them. But yeah, but that's, hey guys, that's a part of the game. That's part of gardening. You kind of try to protect your stuff, but to a certain extent, um, you can, and sometimes you can't. You just kind of have to work with what you got and do the best that you can. But yeah, it's about time. It's past Good Friday, so now it is time to get out here and get the ball rolling. I've laid long enough, but I think, well, this week we're gonna have a little. The weather's gonna be changing a little bit. It's not gonna be as warm as it has been in the high 80s. Our highs are gonna be like in the 60s and low 70s, and our nights are gonna drop down in the upper 40s, low 50s, or upper 50s. So, and I think I've been had some of these plants out here in those 40s and 50 temps, and they seem to be doing pretty good. But yeah, it's time to go ahead on and kind of get this summer garden going because it'll be summer before we know it. Right now, we're still in the spring season. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to bring you along, and thanks for joining the channel and watching. If you have not subscribed, be sure to log in and subscribe to your girl Tracy's Rhythmic Life. And I will see you in a bit, guys. All right, guys. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to get some of my herbs out. And I've been looking up what herbs go good together in the same container. Because I have this container here. I have this, supposed to be some thyme. I just dropped this oregano here. And I see it says basil. Not basil, but lavender. So thyme, oregano, and lavender go well together in the same container. So that's what I'm doing right now. Um, I think I have a few more. I have some lemon basil, and I have some more basil that's trying to grow. And I have some lemon basil. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead on and kind of get this situated here. And this is just a start of me kind of working out here in the garden area. And bring it down so you can see what I'm doing. And this right here is a purple lavender. And this is part of that bunch that I got from Lowe's when they were get 5 for 10. Get some more soil. And I'm just filling it with soil that I had in some other containers. And I know it all is tells you to kind of put herbs together that are like, I'll say, I'm gonna use the term like-minded, from the sunlight to the watering They all kind of prefer the same elements as far as the sunlight, watering, and all that good stuff. All right, guys. All right, so I got this done. I better be keeping what's what, because you know me, I forget what's what. Right here, I have my lemon basil. I have two of those. I'm trying to find my labels, some more labels. Oregano, thyme, and I may just write it on here. Oregano, thyme, and um, lavender. I should have went on ahead and dropped some starter plant food in here. Just gonna mix that around in the soil. It's a slow release, and I'll just water that in a little later. So I'm just gonna write on this here until I get all my other labels to come in. Purple lavender and oregano. So, all right, wrote it on here and here. Oh, it's broke. Well, I got some more labels coming in either way. So, all right, what I have left is I'll use these when I try to drop some more seeds. I have some parsley, two lemon basil, and some parsley. And I did still have some sweet basil. So I'm going to try to see. And I have some dill seeds. I wanted to try to have this out in the garden, but that didn't pan out. All right, guys. I don't know exactly where I'm going to place this at, but I'm going to sit it to the side right now. All right, now guys, I have some parsley and some lemon basil. I have two of the lemon basil. I'm going to put one in this container and one in the one beside it. I was going to try to separate the parsley, but I think I'm just going to keep it whole because I think what my trouble is when I try to separate those herbs, they tend to die off. So I'm just going to leave them whole and just try to separate as they get a little bit more growth or expand a little bit more, and probably drop some more seeds in, as well as purchase some more herbs so I can kind of just have those placed throughout the garden area. I am dropping some fertilizer. I think this one is the Seed Starter Plus fertilizer that I'm dropping in with these herbs. I have 2 more containers on the end that I need to place something in, and since I have so many peppers, I may just go ahead and just drop bell peppers in those containers, as well as having some out in my herb section of the garden, and as his section he has plenty also. So this season, y'all, we're gonna have plenty of peppers. I will share some, as well as I will make sure I have some for the freezer. This is a sweet bell pepper that I'm replacing one that he purchased, and had it up here with this tomato plant, and it did not make it. So I'm just going to take one of mine that I started from seed and just place it in that area. A lot of the bell peppers that I started, guys, were from store-bought pepper seeds that I saved, as well as some that I purchased too. Oh, what? Oh, but I'm trying to decide on where I want to place this parcel here. I don't know if it's this container here or the green one on the other end. My allergist decided to go to work while I'm out here trying to do a little work out here in the back area. So y'all excuse the sniffles. All right, guys. Now I put a lot of the herbs together, but what's gonna happen is as they grow, I'll start separating them and place them in different areas out in the garden. Now I have some lavender here and some sweet basil that I may just keep in this container here. All right, guys, let me see what else I'm going to plant out. All right, I'm still trying to decide what I want to put in these 2 containers here. Last year I had eggplant. We already have 2 tomatoes, peppers. I just placed some lemon basil and some oregano. I mean parsley. See, I'm already forgetting. So I may just do the same thing up here. I do have some squash. I think that's what I might put up here. Try some squash up here, since I have several of those. All right, finally, guys, I have made it out here in the garden area. So as you see here, I'm just doing a voiceover, just letting you know I was talking, but my mic was not recording. So as you see here, the soil out here is very clay, kind of hard. So I'm always kind of skeptical of planting out here, especially on this far end, because this is where we get a lot of runoff from the rain, and it runs in the back area where that lattice is, and kind of run off in the wooded area. So I did have some green beans, some bush beans, about maybe last year sometime, and they did pretty good. I did not have a lot of the bush beans, so I tried some corn, but it was on the upper end of that area did not do good. I have had some okra out there and they didn't do as well. So right now I am going to, I didn't record that part, but I brought the tiger squash out and I placed it, thought I was placing it in the right area of the garden. So I had to move it. Hubby said I need to go back some, as he tillers, I have to kind of, things have to be placed accordingly. So I kind of shifted back a few inches, and that's what that is. Those 3 tiger squash. I may decide to put those straight neck squash or winter squash out here as well, but I'm just still thinking on it. I don't know. Now, right now, we, last summer we had tomatoes and peppers on this far end up here where I am, and then on the upper end we had collards and cabbage. Oh, yeah, collards and cabbage. They kind of did pretty good. The peppers and tomatoes from last season, they did do good, but they don't get as large as I want as far as the bell peppers. Now the tomatoes did fine out here. And what I'm learning is out here in this garden area, things tend to grow or produce, but it just takes a little longer than if you had it in containers. So I think I'm gonna just give it another try and just kind of work with the soil a little bit on some of them, not all of them, because this is a good little size area, more than I would want to handle at one time. That's why I wanted that little smaller section where I could have it in containers, just to do a little comparison. And right now, the comparison is so far that things do tend to do a little bit better because they're easily contained, and you're able to maintain the soil that you're using versus out here in this clay sandy kind of hard area. I am adding some potting mix in with this plants that I'm putting out here. Tiger squash that I'm placing out here as well. See if that kind of helps a little bit, as well as feeding it. But although hubby has fertilized out here when he tiller, he uses the 10-10-10, let it sit for a while or some days or some weeks before he decides to kind of plant out here. And to me, I still don't, but I'm trying to work with it, guys. Everything is not going to always be perfect. All right, guys, I have finished placing these tiger squash out here in the garden area and just showing you an overview of what it looks like out here. I'm contemplating on putting some corn out there or either in containers. I'm just still kind of not sure about out here in the garden area as far as planting. But yeah, so far we have some tomatoes and peppers and these 3 tiger squash. And I'm gonna take you over here to my I call it the herb section of the garden, where my container section is. I still have a lot of empty containers out here, where empty beds as well. My sweet peas or my early peas is finally taking off. They have started blooming. Got my lettuce here. I have it all put together, and I just gotta stake it up. All right, friends, stay tuned for more working in the garden.